All right, good morning, everyone. Today is March 22nd. I'm Mr. Sheridan. This is Zoology. So we spent the last 4 weeks talking about what we look for in different species, whether everything from market steers to breeding heifers through hogs and sheep. So what we're going to do now is talk about how we need to talk about how we place the class. The way that we do that is what we call with reasons. So for every class that you were to judge, if you were at a livestock judging contest, they make you give, when you get to senior college, you're going to judge 12 classes and you're going to give 8 sets of reasons. What I'm asking you to do, and this is a summative assignment in our summative assignment for livestock judging, is I want you to use the terminology that you've been keeping track of over the last few weeks. And I want you to organize a set of reasons based on one of the classes that we've seen in livestock judging class on livestockjudging.com. You pick which class makes the most sense to you. You pick, I would suggest that you pick one that made a lot of sense, that was fairly logical to you, that you can assign several of the terms that we've used throughout class in order to write a set of reasons. If you'd be more comfortable giving them out loud, I'm open to that if that's what you'd like to do. But for the most part, I think most of you, it's going to make more sense to organize them and to write them out. So if that's what I'm expecting most of you to do, let me know if you want to give them out loud instead. So the way that we organize a set of reasons, you're going to start. So the purpose of our set of reasons is to explain why you placed the class the way that you did. This can help you a lot because they're giving you a score, letting you show your work, letting you justify your answer. So if you switched a pair or mixed around all class, you're not going to get a very good score for placing that class, but you can make up for that if you tell the truth and just that you use different priorities than the set of officials. You can still score very well in a set of reasons. So the way that your reasons need to be organized, we need to start with an opening statement. Something like I placed the market steers 1, 2, 3, 4 is as simple as it needs to be. If they happen to be Hereford heifers, you can call them Hereford heifers. If they're Duroc gilts, you can call them that. But that's what that's going to consist of. You're going to tell us how you place the class. Then you're going to start with, you're going to praise your class winner or your top pair. If your top pair is fairly close in your eyes, you're going to somehow indicate why they were at the top of the class. This would sound something like, I placed the market steers 1, 2, 3, 4, starting with the nicest, balanced, most complete, heaviest muscled steer in the class. Something to that effect. Then you're going to move into your first pair. In each pair in your class, so your first place over your second place over your third place over your fourth place. There's 3 different pairs that you're going to talk in this way. Each pair, you're going to somehow group them together. In my top pair of heavier muscled steers, in my middle pair of black steers, in my bottom pair of poorly constructed gilts. Somehow you're going to pair them together. Then you're going to talk about why you place 1 over 2 or whatever it is. We've talked a little bit about grants. You're going to say something that animal that gets beat does better than the one that beat him or her. And then you're going to say why you place them, why you put them in that order. So this whole thing is going to be something like, in my top pair of heavier muscled steers, I placed 1 over 2. 1 is the nicer, balanced, more correctly structured steer, who when viewed on the move is leveler hipped, longer strided, and has more flex to his pasterns. I understand that 2 is more correctly finished, but I placed him second because he can't move, or something to that effect. You use a better term than that, but because he's straight in his hock, is short strided, and would have difficulty getting to the feed bunk, something like that. So you're going to do that for every single pair. You're going to move through your first pair, and when you get done, then you're going to go to your next. Then you're going to go to your transition, which is over here. So somehow you're going to tie these paragraphs together. So we talked about this pair. Then we're gonna say, however, in my middle pair, I still place 2 over 1 because, and then you're going back to the top of this list. So that's your transition. Your transition is gonna be a however, although in my middle pair, somehow you're gonna get from criticizing that animal to saying why they place over another one. So we got to get there somehow. And then at the end, so however he goes last because he's the narrowest made, lightest muscled, fattest heifer in the class, whatever. Thank you. And that's how we end. So again, your summative assignment is to create one of oh yeah. Yes, give me 1 second. Okay, so I'm gonna stop my recording really quick, but if anybody has questions, now is